Hey everybody, this is Dan. This will be the war recap against playing with two COCs. This year is not a arranged war. This year was just a random farm war, and we came up with a loss. We tied them 84-84, but total destruction they beat us at 0.27%. This year was kind of an interesting war. We had a lot of drama. We had a guy who put up a troll base and kind of a joke, and he left it up actually, and that was against our policy. And he's using it as a farm base, losing some DE right now. Also, this was the patch or whatever, man. The ban wave. They said no more modding, fair play only, Supercell. That's it. We're done. Drop mic. We're out. And they had a guy. Their top guy did not use their attacks, and then we had one guy who also got hit with the ban stick, and we had to let him go. Kind of interesting, kind of interesting. I believe this was a fair play war, one of the first fair play wars, probably of many. But we also have other guys here. There's 6-star hitter. Name looks familiar. Hold my beer for me. We had him on the podcast, and he was like, "I'm so glad I'm modding now." But I'm gonna go ahead and say, GG. This was a good war. Even though they weren't able to attack with their number one, we had them a little bit on town halls, and they still were able to beat us. Now their heroes at the town hall 9 level, I think they had the leg up on us on that. But as far as Inferno towers go, we had the leg up on them, and then they also couldn't attack with their top guy. But anyway, we had a really good war. And our 6-star war hitters will be Josh Double D. We also have Ramsey Bolton, Breedy, and Zach Loves Lamp and Guy. We also had a lot of 99-star hits, and 99% hits. And let's go over some concepts on some attacks. Now here is one from Joey. Now Joey, he's got the max Valks, he's got the max Hogs, and we're looking at Town Hall 9, so we're looking at a nuke. But I like the concepts here. And I know you guys really just wanted to see a whole lot of mass Valks like the last video. No, I'm just kidding. I had some feedback on that. And we're going to show variety, just because it's just more interesting. Now let's talk about the ideas. You want to set down your queen, and you want to plan your queen to be exactly on. If you're doing a sketch or whatever, if you need to plot the exact point you drop her. A corner is a good spot. You want to kind of offset her so that she hugs to the side that you want her to enter at or cruise along. So he put his queen off to the right. He's pulling a CC here with a hog. I think she would have stepped up and just got it anyway, but he's just being sure, just in case she tails off to the right. Sometimes the Queen AI just does not work with you. He also sent a test wall breaker, and he had his funnel looking strong. He used minions. He also used a wizard, and he sent down a test wall breaker. And he also, the choice of entry here is away from the expos. Expos with the 90 DPS. It doesn't matter what level your queen is. 90 DPS is 90 DPS. Has a nice funnel here developing, and he will take on this base. This here was a cleanup. We had to drop down and do a few nukes. I thought we were not even going to get 84 on these on playing with 2 COC, but we did. We managed to drop down and have a few nukes of our own, and we put up a really good war, man. Put up a really good war on them, and this was just kind of a middle of the week farm war, but a lot of people came out. We sketched out a lot of really good attacks, and everything kind of came together. Now we know we wanted to jump this spot because we're going to cruise right across the giant bomb set here in just a second. And it's going to do a lot of damage to us. But there's really good concepts. He's even saving Valks. Look at this. We have a Valk just for tanking. Hogs just to knock a few things out. So that way the heroes aren't handled. But look at this. We end up here at the end with a Rage. We got the healers. We got 2 heroes at full health to engage their heroes. He still has cleanup wizards, still has a cleanup goblin, and he's dropping a small set of hogs after the defense is already engaged. He even put down his 1 goblin there to offset the mortar so it didn't attack his hogs. We're seeing a lot of next level concepts here. Even have the swag poison. We didn't even need it, man. Just in case we might have needed it for the heroes, but there you go. That was pretty much, it was a nuke, but I think we could have got it done even at the Town Hall 9 level if the attack was executed at that at that level of expertise. But we're gonna bring you a variety of attacks here. I know Beto will put up the Valks, but really good hit on that base. Let's check out Zapquake Dragons, man. You know, this was actually coined by Cheatham as D's nuts, so Hitman's throwing D's nuts on his base. Now, for some reason, the recording tool I'm using here, BlueStacks, just really hates Dragonfire. Actually causes a little bit of lag. So let's give you the 2x just for a moment. And the Dragons are going to progress up. They would engage the CC. This here was a first attack, 3-star, I believe. Or maybe the CC just has a golem in it. I can't remember what it was, but it's definitely a heavyweight unit, being a middle or an offset CC. They never make them something easy. But why does this attack work? Why does this attack work? This here is a very effective attack. You don't need to plan out like a particular thing about the Laloon or the Dragons. Really, the answer to the base is you need to have it already kind of set up for you, which is, are the Expos down? If both of them are down, that's like putting a heal spell on your Lava Hounds for 90 healing per second. That's what you're saving them. So wow, you gain a lot of longevity there. Or if it's not attacking your Dragons, that's really good. You need to bring at least 2 Lava Hounds, just because the amount of Seeker Mines, as well as when they do break, the red air mines are picked up by the lava pups. See, boom, boom, and they miss the Lava Hounds. Also, in addition to that, what you want to be looking for is mainly an easy grab air defense, and with just heroes and maybe a wizard or two, or a couple minions and a couple wall breakers. You want to come with like the lightest army camp possible in order to get that air defense down, because you need at least 10 loons to take a base. You need that 2 Lava Hounds. You probably need about 6 Dragons. They are your cleanup troops as well in order to handle that base. But and he actually had a Lava Hound not explode. You know, sometimes you pick up those Seeker Mines and they do pop, and sometimes they don't. So you really can't plan for that, but you don't want to have your loons fade out. So there you go. That's 12 loons. That's ideal. You want to shoot for 12 loons. And the only thing he had to take that air defense was his 2 heroes, 4 wall breakers, and a minion. That's it. That's all he had. So you got to get an easy grab air defense if you want to do it right. And I like this attack from Baselli. Let's check it out, man. Now, I failed on this base. This is definitely one of the worst attacks I've ever done. If you were in this war, I apologize. I had to do it at work. Anyway, so actually, I don't think this was the one I did at work. I don't know. It was definitely the most embarrassing one. But listen, we're doing the Govaho, and he's just bringing 1 golem here. 1 golem's good. We're bringing a lot of wizards, so we get this stuff cut down pretty fast. And the golem's going to give us the punch that we need to get through all this queen junk. And he's bringing a lot of Valks. Just a disgusting amount of Valks. And the Valks, because of this base, the way how it's set up, that middle compartment there, it's just too tight. So if you quake it on open, the whole area becomes accessible. And the golem may not be the most effective unit here, but watch this, man. The Valks run up and they start breaking everything, and the golem's like, well, I'll just go over here. So it starts tanking other things for us, as well as our BK. He's a little bit slow. Some of our Valks tail off to the town hall. Some of them start swinging on walls. That's really unfortunate. But he does have next level situational awareness here, and he has a heal spell for the Valks to keep them alive. And that gives us free tanking for our hogs. There is a Tesla farm here on the backside, and we get all kinds of weird, dumb stuff happen. Now our queen dies before she can pop the hound. That's probably good, because we don't want lava pups there to the south. It's going to be ugly. Seems like our wizards are doing everything they need to do up on the top, and our Valks are doing what they're doing, but our hogs are going to fade out right about here. And sometimes with the new Govaho, it just happens, man. They're going to fade out, but it's okay, because as long as they did most of the destruction on the base, your Valks that ran around the outside or got stuck on walls, they end up grouping up toward the end. And when they group up toward the end, they're able to concentrate on what's left. And what's left here is going to be 1 compartment, and they're going to swing at it, and they're going to knock it right down. And our BK, he's alive because we had that golem in the lead, and that golem did all the tanking that we needed to do. And it's going to be the 3 stars. All right, I got another good hit from Trowley. I really like this attack. He came up. We were having some issues on this base with we're trying to do some queen walks, but this here is a little bit of everything. And as you see here, Trowley, he doesn't bring any Valks. He's like, I don't need Valks. I'm just gonna old school this base. And there's a lot of things that are gonna happen here. All right, so we have to funnel this queen. We want to send her on into this compartment. We know this is a good accessible area, so we send 4 breakers to break a wall that only needs 3, just in case that cannon was to kill 1. 3 still open it on up, and it's at the edge, so that wizard tower can't lock. So he's got this base kind of figured out. And when this queen steps in there and cleans out this compartment and grabs that CC, we already took out a huge chunk of potential bomb threats. He needs to hog this base, and he knows where the Tesla farm is, but we do not want our hogs to cruise across any kind of bomb sets. Now, I believe he already knocked out one of the sets there, and we're gonna start working on the top. We don't want to lose the time, so let's get our Wizzies on the board. Let's get our next attack developing. We got the CC. We're looking good. The BK is gonna go down here in a second. There you go, 25 BK. He's like, I'm going in, guys. You got me. And he's going to go ahead and advance forward, knock all this stuff down. So then when he knocks all this stuff down, it's going to be BK on BK action, and his BK is going to win. In addition to this, now that the BK is locked on the other BK, he puts down a heal spell, man. So our hogs can knock out the defenses on the backside. Our BK is going to slam down those defenses. And our little 3 or 4 hogs that we put down, well, they move on up. So they move on up, so our wizards and stuff can move on up. And then look at that, he knocks out the cannon. And we also had a couple hogs there just to knock out the stuff here in the middle. I believe there's bomb sets right in there, in that vicinity. I don't know if they were like left or right, or if we just narrowly missed them. But we got 2 heals left, and we got a quad Tesla farm coming up. So he puts down the rest of his hogs, and they move on up. Now, normally when you do suicide dragons, guys, you do it early. But look at this. We thought this attack through and through. He sends a lead balloon on in there, and he poisons the queen. So her damage sucks. And that lead balloon, with that one lead balloon, it would have picked up a seeker mine. So his 2 dragons, well, they survived. They're able to get in there and knock down the queen. And those dragons move up. They're not like a queen that's like, I'm not going to help you out with CC or any kind of defending units. They actually step up. So if that queen starts shooting that balloon, well, guess what? The dragons are like, whoa, 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 you're picking on my balloon, buddy. Then they step up and they actually help out. We have wizards on the board. They're helping us out. You want to really avoid that 99. There were so many 99s this war. I think I had one myself. And I just did 99 in my current war. It's great. But Trowley here, he's got it figured out. Bringing the solution, 3 stars. I got another good one here from Immortal Mao. And this here is not an immortal attack. We're not going to just lightning strike down the queen. She's pretty well offset. But what he can do is he can get a lot of value out of doing it like this. 1 quake to hit 2 air defenses. They're too close together. So he can go zap zap, and now he still has a haste. But check this out. So we go to the top. Queen's up there. We got a couple archer towers. Got that Expo. Expo's pointed up. But look at this. Look at this. So the BK gives us a chop, and he's going to advance on out. And as soon as that archer queen, because of where you placed her, once she knocks down that DE storage, she's going to be able to step up and ability down the other queen. Now our BK, he just can't get through that wall. It's just too much for him. But look at this. Queen takes a shot. He shoots back. Bam. Kill shot. Queen's done. Then we got a minute and 38 left on this attack. We got so many loons. We got loons galore. And we send in 2 lava hounds. Now the first one's pretty much screwed. It picks up so much traps. There's nothing you can do. Those air defenses and the Expo are going to put a lot of heat on it. So we put the haste on down, and we're going to rapidly advance these loons on up. And because he put down like a delayed set, they set off here the sweeper. Boom, sweeper's down, and he even put in the lava hound. So our sets of loons there, our 2 drops, are actually going to be able to advance on in and knock those things out. So we got enough loons on the south. We're looking good there. We're spawning pups up top, and you always want to bring 1 more lava hound than the air defenses. So now our Expo here and Wizard Tower, they're stuck on that lava hound, and they just can't do anything. So many loons. Still have loons in the bag. We're just going to go ahead and use them for cleanup, because they are actually excellent cleanup troops as long as you keep them away from the balloon mob. They really help you out. Actually, they're actually more effective than wizards for cleanup. Or I don't know about more effective than hogs. Hogs do have the speed. I don't have time to show everybody, but I do have time for this one here. This one here is CompuStar. He's attacking this base, and he wanted to queen walk it. And I think I made a comment on watch out for the wall breakers. I think you need to wall break a compartment before a certain building goes down. So he breaks that elixir collector, gets the lock on some of this stuff, sends in the test, but then he doesn't have enough. Yeah, the archer tower is able to lock on one of them and kill him before he can detonate, and then he doesn't have enough here. So now we need to think on our feet. How are we going to make this work? Because this is what he does. He just dumps off his CC, carrying wall breakers in there. Now that was supposed to open it for his Govaho, but he's just trying to get that CC out. He does have a plan here for the queen and all that, but this here does suck. I really hate getting golems in CCs. They're pretty nasty on Valks, and they're pretty nasty on a queen walk, and that is exactly what he's doing. So he needs to open his compartment, gives it the chop, and Valks pretty much high DPS. They're actually going to run around the outside here to take on that BK, but they take on the BK, and then they're like, oh, I want to go to the next thing. So they actually all run outside the base. It's not terrible. We did have wizards helping us out for a second, but we're knocking out Teslas, and we're actually knocking out a ton of the threats on the base. Now he does sprinkle in a couple hogs here to help him out, and that's smart play because they will actually move on up and blow up bombs and whatnot that we won't have to deal with. Now our queen, check this out. Our queen's doing work up top. Now I would have thought that the air defense would take out the healers, but that air sweeper is pushing them away, so they actually survive. The queen walk is salvaged because of the sweeper. Man, that's so nice. I thought it was supposed to defend the base, not help it get destroyed, because that's exactly what's happening. Sprinkling in the hogs here as the base engages the units in the middle. Sometimes they do change direction. They get a kill and they end up changing direction. If you're not using a golem or something tanky. He does use, look at this, well-placed heal. He does use that to top his hogs as they transition through, and to top his Valks for, whatever's left of them. And with our wizards down south, we got wizards on top. We're actually able to salvage this attack, and it's going to be 3 stars. Sometimes you just got to think on your feet. So he's like, oh man, what do I got? Oh, I got 3 max wall breakers in my CC, and that's all you need to get into that wall. So he waited for it to lock. Threw down the CC. Yeah, it cost him a couple wall breakers in Valks, but he made it work. Alright, I gotta show this one here from Ramsey. This one was just a really solid attack. I looked at this base and I was like, man, this base sucks. But he is putting it down, man. So we're gonna put down the queen walk, and there's just a lot of next level concepts here. Now our replay lasts 2 minutes and 54 seconds, and queen walks are kind of But we put down that wizard. That's important here because that wizard is going to break any kind of option for a queen to path on out. He sends down a test wall breaker, and then he sends down his final set. And let's check this out, guys. This here was an essential cleanup. She shoots down the Tesla, and then there's nothing on her. So she can take that BK solo, man to woman. She's got it. And we got a really nice funnel here thanks to minions. We broke buildings on the south. So all we got is 2 gold storages with a nice small Val gap in the middle. So you know what's going on here, guys. We're going to send the Val on up in. But we just need to get that CC on out. And I don't remember if this is a cleanup or not. But it does play out kind of like an initial attack. So boom, the CC comes on out. Unfortunately, though, it's a golem. Now when that golem shatters, it doesn't do a lot of damage. But it does hold up our queen long enough, more than 18 seconds. So we're going to lose the rage. We do have a light expo on her. And when that golem explodes, it'll do 550 damage. And then when golem mines explode, it'll do 110 damage. So we're looking at a total of like 700-ish damage into the queen. And it's not going to be good. Almost 800 damage. So he throws the poison, but we didn't need that. You had to use the ability. That's the only way to dodge that. So unfortunately, we lost it. We lost the queen. And it's going to cost us a lot on time. And just everything. But he has, look at this, check this out. We're dropping loons in, like surgical loons. We got surgical hogs, and our healers that we thought were going to be useless are actually going to step on up and actually top off our Valks. So even though our Valks are getting stuck on the walls, our Hogs are going to knock out. Hogs and Wizards are not going to knock out the air defenses. So now we have sustainable troops. Now they're going to be stuck on the Valks right now, but look at that, guys. Look at that. We put down the haste because we're looking at the clock and we're like, we just need to hurry this thing up. So the BK, I think, is going to get activated here in a second, and we're going to rush in the 3 stars. And I don't think he would have had the 3 stars if he didn't have Hogs. If this here was one of those mass Valks, I know I did a feature video on mass Valks, but honestly, we threw a couple up this war and they didn't go so well. I mean, these were just really good bases, and I think Hogs being able to clear a level 10 wall and make a Valk not even go into a compartment is just really essential for keeping them on course and all that. And there were a lot of Govahos this war. I'm trying to vary it a little bit, but just really good attacks, man. So, this is another Govaho, and I think this is going to be the last one I'm going to show, because after this, the bases get kind of weaker. They get like Town Hall 8 level defenses all over the place. So I'm sorry, Guy. I'm sorry, Zach. Really good game and really good attacks. I will try to feature you guys as you guys progress on up. But I looked at this base. I got a comment on this base. Really good base. I take one look at it. I don't want to attack it because it's so random. Like, where are the bombs? Like, this base is so weird. He's bringing the solution, and here's what it is. It's a jump. We're gonna bring them on in. We're gonna engage a CC directly. Normally it's pretty scary with Valks, because sometimes you get a set of loons or wizards come on out and they can quickly blast your Valks into oblivion. But we do have a balloon that comes out, and that's pretty scary. But check this out. Because we had such a wide funnel, those wizards and the queen had nothing to do but advance on up and engage that CC, so they actually helped us out. Even with that poison and everything, it is really nasty if they get a drop on your Valks. So it's actually more damage than a double giant bomb. See, a double giant bomb hit, boom, gets the heal down. We have next level stuff going on all over the place, guys. The Hogs are going to fizzle out. But look at this, guys. The cleanup troops are already on the board, and we still have 2 more in the bag. You know when they're going to go down? How about when the CC's engaged? Now our Hogs are blowing bombs for us, and our inside queen is going to clear out all the inside defenses here that we need. And look at that. Cleanup wizards going down after defenses are engaged. I think Breedy and Ramsey are definitely some of the most improved players I've seen here in the last couple of months, man. Really dedicated to improvement, and I got nothing to say, man, other than good job, man. 3 stars, putting it down, and I think that's all we're going to show for now. Alright, so got kind of a longer video. My last video was even longer, so I didn't want to go full 30 minutes, but there you go, guys. 0.27%. Wow. Alright, good game to everybody, and if you put up a good 2-star or even 3-star, good 2-star on the top, good game, and congratulations to playing with 2 COCs. Alright, guys, Dan, take care.